It's the most wonderful time of the year. It is spooky season, it is Halloween, and I am so excited. I love dressing up for Halloween. I hope you guys like my makeup look. It took me an hour, so don't be rude about it in the comments, thanks. And I hope that you're having fun dressing up. And if you're going out this evening, be safe, have fun, all sorts of stuff. Heart your mom friend. But I just wanted to do a little list of a few spooky comics I read this season that I really enjoyed. Of course, there are the old standbys that you read every year. I read the, excuse me, I read The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina almost every year. It's very fun and very spooky, a lot of body horror. And this year I read Count Crowley. And you remember I interviewed David Malchin, who wrote this comic, and it was illustrated by a local guy named Lucas Kettner, and it is so beautiful and so aesthetic and so well written, and it was great. Now this first issue wasn't too spooky, I guess, but I find the soul-crushing realities of my job and also other people's addiction and not feeling good enough very scary. But this book is great. It's about Jerry. She is a TV journalist who just kind of snaps. She's battling with her own demons, and her brother is like, hey, you know, you got drunk on TV. We can't let you on anymore, but you can be our creature feature host. And as an investigative journalist, Jerry is understandably embarrassed. But she decides to do it anyway because her brother is just giving her the shot. You know, he owns the family station. She was a big shot out in Cleveland. Things just don't seem to be going her way. But she dresses up like Count Crowley, who's the name of the creature feature movie host, and she kind of finds her swagger a little bit. But she's about to get mixed up in some serious monster mayhem that she's not even ready for. The old Count Crowley has gone missing, but as David said in that interview, she's gonna find out that he's a monster hunter. And she runs into her first monster, that's right, she meets a werewolf. Of course, who else do you meet on your first night hosting a horror show? Okay, nothing that exciting ever happens to me. But I really resonated with this because, you know, I work in a TV station, and I also do investigative journalist stuff. I haven't had the meltdown that Jerry has had. Time will only tell. But I do this comics thing for fun. Moving on. I read some 18+ comics, and I really mean that. Like, it's not just because it's like horror related, but all right, look, they were great. This one's called Dark Age. By Julia, oh my goodness, her last name. Look, I took German, I studied it in college. There's an umlaut, don't know if it's German. I'm gonna say Frö. Sorry, Julia, I really enjoyed your comic. Her comics are short, on the short side, but so what she does with horror is pretty incredible. Or maybe I shouldn't say horror in the sort of strict sense, but I guess like the unexpected and the creepy and the things that we all think about, like all these general like creepy themes that we tend to, you know, that keep us up at night, those things that go bump, you know, the wind rustling the tree outside of your house. This one called Dark Age, again, 18+, I cannot reiterate that enough. I don't know how the age demographic of people who watch me, but you can only read this if you're an adult, please. It's about, I have to assume, cave people. They're literally in a cave, whatever. But they go into this cave and one of them ends up getting stuck and is in complete darkness, which is a deep, deep fear of mine. And when they're able to rescue them out, that person's just not quite the same. And this comic is so creepy without having to go into detail about everything that happened to them in the cave while they were stuck down there, and without having to, you know, go into like what has changed them. You just know enough to know that, nope, I don't want any parts of it. No, thank you. I appreciate that. No. So creepy. Thanks. Also, this one's called Too Dark to See, and this one was truly haunting. Did not like it. I mean, I liked it. I enjoyed it. It was appropriately creepy. These comics were recommended to me by Wally at Floating World Comics. Hello. He's so nice, just like everybody who works there. They're all so nice and so helpful. And I went in there and I was like, I need some help finding some shorter horror-related comics because I procrastinated and I want to read some horror comics, but I don't have time to read anything too long. And he was great. Also, Josh was there and was also super helpful. Floating World Comics is located at 400 Northwest Cooch Street. I go there every week. They're so nice and they're so great, and they can help you find any kind of comic that you're looking for in any genre, independent to the big staff, doesn't matter. There's somebody there who can help you and chat with you about it, which is great. So I was recommended these comics, and so thanks for this nightmare fuel. This comic was about shadows and what shadows do to you. So it deals with themes of darkness, but also the idea that you can kind of disappear before someone's eyes, which to me is incredibly creepy. Kind of reminds me of Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman, how people just kind of disappear into what Neil Gaiman's version of the weird upside down is. And I just, it's so creepy and off-putting to me, but in a great way. So I really enjoyed these comics. They were really short. They were short reads. I would suggest swinging by Floating World Comics or checking out Julia's website or wherever you can get her work and checking these two comics out, Dark Age and Too Dark to See, because deeply, deeply unsettling. 18 plus though, I'm serious. And also, I just wanted to let you know that I went to a haunted house with Cassidy Quinn from Tonight with Cassidy, which is our 7 p.m. entertainment show, and got the pants scared off of me. It was at Fearlandia. Here's a little bit of the footage.
Do we need the emergency exit? Yes. Hey guys, I'm here with Destiny, and you may notice there's some very spooky, creepy noises in the background because we are here at Fearlandia in Tigard. It's a haunted house. They've been here for 4 years, and we are about to get very terrified. Are you ready, Destiny?
No, I'm not ready.
Don't eat us! Oh no! Marvel's taking a turn. At least he tells us where to go. You will bow before Odin, or I will run you! No, don't run me, Boo! Oh God! Oh God! Hi, you beautiful. Hi. Why do you look so happy?
Oh God, they're almost here. It's so hard to see with these lights.
I know.
I'm blind right now. Oh God.
That's gonna be my excuse for why I'm so.
Jesus.
Wait, do we have to go through this door?
Oh my God.
Listen, I'm stressed all the time. I'm like right at the precipice of a panic attack at all times. I'm easily startled. I don't like to do it, but it was really fun and I would suggest it. They're open till November 2nd, which is super cool. Yeah, so let me know what kind of horror comics you're reading. Spooky season isn't quite over. I think it goes all the way up until Turkey Day, if you ask me. Thank you. I like bats. I like spooky stuff. So yeah, let me know what kind of horror comics you're really enjoying, what new stuff you read this week, and check out Count Crowley from our friend of the show, David Das-Malchin and Lucas Kettner. And also check out these comics by Julia, whose last name I butchered so many times, I'm just gonna put it on the screen again. They were really great, incredibly unsettling. And that's all I have for you guys this week. I have a bonus video coming out this weekend where I sat down and talked with Jason Fisher about his comic Terra Flats. I'm so excited for you guys to see that. Got a little derailed, had a little personal stuff, family stuff going on. So I didn't get a video out last week, even though that was my intention. So I'm excited for you guys to see it, and thanks so much to Jason for his infinite patience. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys. I hope you have a super happy Halloween and do all your fun stuff, do all your witchy stuff if you're a witchy person. And yeah, I'll see you guys same-ish time, same place. And until then, this has been KGW's Comic Pick of the Week.